It's good. Well, it's good morning, Pamela Keevil. Thanks for joining us here at Yellow Shelf, but it's good evening for me.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Pam, thanks for coming. It is super exciting to have you here. You're a seasoned author, but today we're talking to you about your latest book. It's an
Yes,
ill wind. Congratulations. The book is out now. What do we need
it
to know
is.
about your book?
Well, let's think about the first sentence. It's the absolute premise, which is what do you do when you discover the man you're falling in love with is the person who tried to kill you?
Okay.
So it's basically it's not a seasoned crime. So if people like cozy crime or the real gritty crime, it's not for them. But it will be for people who like a mystery. Because if I read the blurb, it says Rachel Thomas, an amateur photographer, ventures into the countryside to capture the elusive black beasts of Gloucestershire. What she discovers is something far darker, an underground people smuggling operation. After being brutally attacked and left for dead, Rachel's life takes a terrifying turn. Detective Mark Mulroney, newly promoted and doubting his capabilities, is assigned to the case. But his investigation takes an unexpected twist when the leader of the smuggling ring befriends Rachel, hoping to extract what she knows about their illegal activities. Can the police find the gang before Rachel's dangerous romance puts her life in jeopardy? Or will she reveal what she has discovered and destroy her lover?
We're captured.
Da da da!
Yeah. Pam, the book's been described like I read a headline that said crime, countryside, and criminal
Yes.
activity, criminal minds. So tell us what inspired you to write this particular novel. You've written so many other books. Tell us about what was it about this one? It is set in Gloucestershire, I heard you mention.
It is, yes. It was that particular sentence. Sometimes just an idea comes to mind, and it was that sentence. What would happen if you discovered that the person that you were falling in love with was actually very dangerous and was set up to try and perhaps even possibly murder you? And it began life as a thriller. And I was actually writing a thriller with the advice of Curtis Brown Creative, who are a literary agency who run lots of novel writing courses.
Yeah.
But what happened was that the police side of it became more interesting. And I thought, I rather like this. I rather like this police constable who then becomes a detective who's unsure of himself, uncertain
Yeah.
whether and he needs to prove himself. And I'd already written another book, which is called Mayflies,
Yes.
which is set in a village in Gloucestershire
Yeah.
near a little market town on the banks of the River Severn. And I rather liked the environment that I'd created.
Yeah.
And I thought, I wonder if I can move these two together.
Yeah.
And what happened is now plans for a series of six
Okay.
following Detective Mark Mulrooney as he goes up through the ranks. And it'll
Mm.
follow his family life and the crimes that he discovers. Because everyone thinks rural life, little village, oh, isn't it sweet? Oh, it's all like
Oh,
we see on the
safe.
television with
Yes.
everyone going to church on their bicycles. No, there is just as much crime
Yeah.
going on beneath the surface in rural areas,
Yes.
and even more so now when so much pressure there's a lot more focus upon inner cities. So let's move out to
Mm.
somewhere where they're strapped for cash, they're short of personnel. Perhaps we might be able to set up here. So they were the three elements that really inspired this. And I said, there's six in the pipeline, three have been written,
Yes.
and I start the fourth one this year.
Ah, fabulous. Well, that means I get to have you back on when the future books come out. Pam, I read about you that you have this career as a voice actress, and I can tell now that I'm hearing your voice, how stunning your voice is. Tell us a bit about you. What do we need to know?
What do you need to know about me? I was spent a lot of time in education,
Yes.
and I think that's where the voice came from.
Okay.
When you're faced at the end of the day with 30 children and you're reading them a story, you need to keep them engrossed.
Sure.
I was a head teacher as well.
Yes.
It was 300 children then doing
Wow.
assemblies.
Yeah.
Because if you don't keep them absolutely listening to you and watching you, they're going to end up. So I think there's a lot of that's come from that. I also did some work doing training
Okay.
as an adult, a trainer for
Yeah.
leadership and management,
Fabulous.
one of which was with the fire service. And those lads don't take prisoners. If they're bored, they're going to show you.
Yeah.
So all the time it's about working with people. And when you're seeing their faces, when you're faced with people, reading what you can, reading the room, I think it used to be called out. Yeah,
Yes.
it's often
Yeah.
referred to. Noticing, oh, there's something going, okay, perhaps I need to shift over here a little bit, or perhaps I need to add something else. So that's where it's come from.
Yeah, that makes sense. Pam, tell us, you've got a fabulous website, you write blogs, you continue to write, you storytell. If we're curious about this new book, and all the old books, where do we go to find out more? We go to your website. Tell us, how do we connect with you?
Yeah, you can connect with me via my website, www.pamkeevil.com. I'm also on X
Yes.
at Pam Keevil. I have a Facebook page, Pam Keevil Writer,
Yes.
but my books are easily available on Amazon because obviously ebooks are so accessible across
Yes.
the world.
Yeah. Well, look, Pam, what I'll do is I'll put those links in the show notes to you and to the books and to Amazon to make it easy for people to connect. Pam, will
Thank
you
you.
come back on Yellow Shelf
I
when
will.
you come back and share
I
what the
will.
detective's up to?
Yeah, the next one is already in its beta reading stage. So it's out with 9 professional, very, very, very tough uh, fellow authors, and it'll come back, and that should be out in March next year.
Awesome. Well, listen, you enjoy the journey
Thank
with
you.
It's a Neil
I
Win.
will.
You enjoy that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for
Thank you very
sharing with
much.
Yellow Shelf.
Nice to meet you. Thank
Cheers.
you.